Hey there all my fellow actors, today we are diving into the biggest myths about the acting industry. What if I told you that a lot of the acting advice that you've got until this point was actually way off? If you want to know which ones are off, then you're going to have to stick around because today we are busting all of the myths about the acting industry. And also giving you the real truth about what it takes to succeed as an actor. Myth number one, you either have it or you don't. Let's start with one of the most damaging myths about acting, the fact that it's all about talent. And basically, if you don't have the talent, then you're never going to make it. See, this simply isn't true because although there is a lot of people that has a natural ability to act, you will notice that there are some people that are undiscovered gems that have the greatest ability to act, and yet they are not on the biggest of stages or on the biggest of productions. And then there are some people that just played the game in the right way, barely went to classes, and yet they are the ones that are on some of Hollywood's biggest films. See, the talent side of it all is something that you learn, it is something that you refine, and it is something that you always constantly work on. But at the same time, there is an important thing that goes with having talent. It's being able to play the channels of your career. So that means being able to network, being able to be the person that they want to work with. Just like any other profession in the world, yes, you do need to have talent, but on top of that, you also need to be able to work hard, you need to be able to be professional at all times, and at the same time, you need to be able to be the person that other people look to and they realize that, okay, this person has something. It's not just about the talent, it's about what they are putting into this. It's about the dedication that they appreciate, and that's why they want to see you on other roles, on other productions, on other plays. And on top of it all, you can have the best talent in the world, but if you don't have persistence, if you don't have that grit to just pick yourself up when you fall, then unfortunately you're not going to make it in the industry, because along with talent, you also have to have the ability to wait until your opportunity comes along. And if things aren't going your way, you have to be able to pick yourself up and keep going to the next audition. So there is a lot more that goes into this and not just your talent. And that takes us on to myth number two, which is it's all about luck. Now yes, luck does play a part in all of this, but it's not all just about luck. See, because a lot of people believe that being an actor is all about being in the right place at the right time. But in all honesty, that is only part of the story. Now sure, opportunity does matter, but I would like to say that the most important thing is actually preparation. Being prepared for the opportunity to come your way. So a lot of people will see it that way, that it's lucky that this person got this opportunity, but a lot of times it's the work that was done before that opportunity came along that people don't see. Matt Damon is one of my favorite examples because a lot of people will see him as a lucky actor in the beginning of his career. Or another example is actually Edward Norton, because they got specific roles that worked for them. The things that people don't see is what had to go right for them in the beginning of their careers so that they could get those opportunities. There was a lot that Edward Norton had to do before he got his role in Primal Fear. Before Matt Damon wrote this incredible story of Good Will Hunting, there was a lot of things that had to happen in his career. So it was all about preparing himself for that one role that came his way, and all of a sudden that changed his life. You have to be ready to seize the opportunity when it comes your way. And that is why I always tell actors that you always need to go for training, you always need to be working on your career, you always need to be, every year or so, you have to be updating your show reel, looking at your headshots to see if anything changed, always working on the craft of being an actor, adding in skills and all of that, because when your opportunity comes, you have to be ready to seize it. But up until then, you need to be working on, because you never know when an opportunity might come your way. Then we're getting on to myth number three, and this is the one that I always laugh at. It's you do not need training to be an actor. This is one of the silliest ones, but I do get where people are coming from. Yes, there are some actors that have made it in the industry, have become successful with receiving little to no acting training. But if I'm being honest with you, the best actors in the world are the ones that consistently train. The ones that we can look to and we can say, this is an example of an incredible actor That's someone that takes his career seriously, that always trains, always works on every single production that he shoots. He's always working to improve himself. He's always looking at his own faults and improving on that. Those are the actors that receive training, because when you do receive training as an actor in the beginning, you'll start realizing that you shouldn't be too hard on yourself on your mistakes. You should always be learning, always be growing, always be ready to play. And that is clear to see from the great actors. The great actors are the ones that have fun on set, but they know as soon as we have to do a scene, they can just switch it on, they remember all of their lines, and they are just ready to hit the scene. And also, it's important to think of this. Acting is like a muscle. It's something that you need to constantly train. It's something that you need to work on over time, because you are only going to get better the more that you work at it. Now, I do understand that a lot of people think actors don't need training, but if you want to better your chances in this industry, and if you want to actually really take this craft and you want to push it as far as you possibly can, then training is only going to benefit you. Now we're getting on to myth number 4, which is once you've made it, you are set for life. See, unfortunately, a lot of actors believe that once your big break comes, you can just slow down, because now the roles are going to come your way. Because you got this role on this network, immediately other people are going to want to offer you more roles. Unfortunately, that does not happen. So basically, you constantly need to work at it. Like I said before, the important thing to remember is once your big break comes, once you get that theater production, once you get that movie or that series, it's something that you're getting, which is something to be proud of. But ultimately, you still need to keep working, because the work of being an actor does not stop there. You need to keep going to it, you need to keep improving, and you need to realize that that is a stepping stone or a stepping block to the next opportunity. So it's all about, how do I get from this opportunity to the next one? So never ever see the role that you booked as you making it, because that's going to let you slow down. See it as it's a great opportunity that you got, and it's only a stepping stone to the next one. And now that takes us perfectly on to myth number 5, which is it's all about who you know. So yes, like I said, this is one that is important, but it's not necessarily the only important thing. How many actors have we seen that have gotten opportunities because of who their family members are, only to immediately fall out of the scene once that opportunity went by? So yes, networking is important, but the relationships that you build isn't the only important thing. It's not the only thing that's going to get you the jobs. When you are working with casting directors, producers, directors, and agents, you still need to be able to deliver. You still need to show them that you are an actor that is working on their craft, that is improving each and every single year, so that they can actually see you as relevant and keep pushing you out. And unfortunately, when it comes to that idea of it's all about who you know, this is usually when they are talking about actors that don't work a lot on their career. If you work a lot in your career, you do put in the work, you actually do take the career seriously, and you are going to auditions, you are working closely with your agent, and at the same time you are networking where you can, then you will quickly see that it isn't just about who you know. It's actually about the doors that you are opening for yourself. Because if you go to an audition and you impress a casting director, it's not the fact that you know that casting director now that's going to book you the role. It's the fact that you impress that casting director with something that you did in the audition, and that's what's going to get you the role. So I think it's just important to change that mindset of it's all about who you know. Yes, it plays a role, but it's not the thing that's going to book you roles and also give you longevity in this career. So now guys, getting on to the next myth, which is myth number 6, and that is you have to look a certain way. So guys, the fun thing about this industry is there is really a place for every single look, every single feature, every single shape and size. Everyone has a place in the acting industry. And if you've looked at roles in the past, you will see from so many different actors that all look different, that are all built different, that are all different shapes and sizes. There is really a place for any actor to become a success. Now, I do know that back in the day, this was really a thing, because Hollywood did traditionally have a specific beauty standard. So the leading lady in the film would often be a blonde, beautiful bombshell, and then the lead male in the film would be a gritty, handsome man. Now, luckily guys, as film has transformed, as the industry itself has grown and evolved, there has been a lot more openness when it comes to the different roles that is available. Now everyone around us is getting opportunities, and like I said before, guys, you just have to be ready and prepared for your opportunity to come your way. And always remember this, guys, your uniqueness is your strength. That's the thing that casting directors look at. Casting directors are looking for unique things in their films. They don't want a lot of the same thing. So in other words, I know the trend is to go to gym and to look all buff, but if you have a movie full of buff guys, it's not necessarily going to work. You need different shapes, you need different kinds of people, and that's what cast directors are looking for. So the only advice I can give when it comes to that myth is be comfortable in who you are. Really look at yourself and really do say, I am okay with myself because I am going to be booked in these specific roles. And then just go at the career in your own unique way. And then myth number 7, and this is the biggest one guys, you have to take any role that you can get. When you're starting out in this industry, it is so tempting to just say yes to everything. But here's the truth. Not every role is right for you. It's important to really look at the roles that is coming your way and to see what are you getting out of it. Because if it is something where you need to build up your acting resume, then I would say, okay, this is going to be good. But at the same time, this is also where you are learning certain stuff about the industry. You are also now going to start learning about branding yourself, about the type of roles that you want to go for, what you are comfortable with and what you are not. And basically what I'm trying to say is, guys, just because the role is coming your way does not mean that you should just go for it. It doesn't mean that you should just take it and just say yes blindly. Ultimately, you can look at roles and you can say yes or no. You can also say if you are comfortable with this role or not. And always remember that if that opportunity goes by, there is another one that is going to come your way. That's the beauty of this industry. There's always opportunities coming by us. So, waiting for that opportunity, being prepared, but also remembering, guys, that not every single job is supposed to definitely be a yes. You are supposed to question certain things, and you are also supposed to look at your brand, your own models, your own values, and also where you want your career to go. And there you have it, guys. That is the biggest myths of the acting industry. And guys, if I missed out any, then please let me know in the comments below. And also, guys, if you have any acting questions, drop those in the comments and I will be answering them in upcoming videos. And also, guys, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more acting content like this. Guys, it was a whole lot of fun. I cannot wait to see you on set in the near future. And guys, I will catch you on the next one.